So the transfer window is closed for Premier League clubs, which for the second year in a row is far too early. There have been deals aplenty, some good and some bad, but let's have a look at each club's best signing this summer. Arsenal Nicolas PEPE. Out of nowhere, Arsenal broke their transfer record this summer, despite Tottenham having absolutely no money. But Nicolas PEPE is now a gunner, costing 72 million quid. The forward was magical for Lille last season in Ligue 1, and Unai Emery must be buzzing to play him alongside Alexandre Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aston Villa Tom Heaton. Villa have had goalkeeper issues for a while now, but they look to resolve them with the signing of Tom Heaton. The ex-Burnley man is a top quality Premier League goalkeeper and will give Dean Smith a solid foundation to build from the back. He's not the biggest name to sign this season, but he could easily be the most important. Bournemouth Harry Wilson. Bournemouth have added to their exciting attack with the addition of Harry Wilson on loan, which is quite a coup. Liverpool didn't seem keen to loan him out, but out of nowhere he's now a cherry, despite a whole host of teams desperate to take Wilson away from Anfield. The Welsh international was incredible in the Championship, and now has a big chance to show he can do it in the top flight too. Brighton Leandro Trossard. There are a lot of Brighton fans asking the same question: how on earth did we sign Leandro Trossard? The young Belgian winger is a real talent and could bring the goals that the Seagulls have been missing. Trossard is capable of the spectacular and is the man to bring excitement back to the Amex. Burnley J Rodriguez. The Clars haven't been too busy this summer, but bringing J Rodriguez looks to be their best bit of business. The forward is back at Turf Moor after leaving in 2012, and 7 years on he's a much more complete player, having hit 22 championship goals last season for West Brom. If he manages half of that this season, he'll definitely be a hit. Chelsea Mateo Kovacic. I mean, it can't be anyone else. He's the only player they've signed because of the ban, so by default Mateo Kovacic is Chelsea's best signing this summer, and he's also their worst. Crystal Palace Gary Cahill. As far as free agents go, Gary Cahill is quite the coup for Crystal Palace. After a glistening Chelsea career, Cahill will get the chance to be a key player once again, joining an already fairly solid Crystal Palace defence. At 33, Cahill still has a lot to offer and is an astute bit of business by Roy Hodgson. Everton Moise Kean. I'm not sure how Everton have pulled this one off, but what a deal. Kean is one of the highest rated young forwards in Europe, and for Juventus to let him go is odd. Despite his age, he can be the difference for Everton, that striker they've been missing since Romelu Lukaku left the club. If Kean scores the goals, there's a chance this could be the best signing of the summer. Leicester City Yuri Tielemans. The Belgian midfielder was a great addition last January on loan, and Leicester signing him up permanently is even better. Tielemans is a great player to watch. He's elegant in possession, a glorious passer of the ball who can open up a defence with his vision and craft. Leicester could have a big season, and he'll certainly play a big role. Liverpool Harvey Elliott. The Reds have been quiet this summer, only adding Adrian and a couple of youngsters, so we'll pick Harvey Elliott as their best signing. He's the youngest ever player to play in the Premier League after making his Fulham debut last season, and Liverpool had to beat some big teams to win his signature. Whatever happens, he needs to sort that hair out ASAP. Manchester City Rodri. The midfielder became Manchester City's record signing this summer, and what a signing he could be. Rodri has arrived as the heir to Fernandinho's throne at the heart of City's midfield, and he looked the real deal in the Community Shield triumph over Liverpool. Confident in possession anywhere on the pitch, Rodri is exactly the type of player that Pep Guardiola has been looking for. Manchester United Harry Maguire. His move to Old Trafford has caused quite a stir, but regardless of the price, Maguire is a great signing by Manchester United. If he has the same sort of impact that Van Dijk has had at Liverpool, it'll be worth every penny. Obviously that's a big if, but Manchester United have needed a centre-back like him for years, and he could become the leader at the back the club have been missing. Newcastle United Alain Saint-Maximin. The French winger looks a real handful, and a player who the Toon Army are going to love. Saint-Maximin has more skills than you've had hot dinners, but that doesn't guarantee he'll be a hit. His end product will need to improve, and fans will pray he's the next Hatem Ben Arfa rather than the next Florian Thauvin or Remy Cabella. Norwich City Patrick Roberts. The Canaries are handing Patrick Roberts a chance to make a splash in the Premier League, with minutes at Manchester City still not forthcoming. Roberts was a hit during his Celtic spells, and if he can refine that form then he'll be a real hit at Carrow Road. Sheffield United Phil Jagielka. The Blades have been busy this summer, but most of their signs have left a lot to be desired. However, Phil Jagielka's homecoming is a great deal. Deep into his 30s, Jagielka will add much needed Premier League experience to Chris Wilder's squad, and he could be pivotal in their attempt to avoid the drop. Southampton Che Adams. The forward was fantastic for Birmingham last season, leading to a variety of Premier League clubs wanting to give Che Adams a crack in the top flight. It's Southampton who've got him though, and he could add goals to what's been a flimsy attack for the Saints in recent years. Adams has done well in pre-season, and fans will pray he carries his form into the Premier League. Tottenham, Giovanni Lo Celso. On a crazy deadline day for Spurs, they complete the signing of Argentinian midfielder Giovanni Lo Celso. It was a long drawn out transfer saga, but one that should be worth the wait for Spurs fans. Lo Celso had a great season at Betis in front of goal, and is only going to get better under Mauricio Pochettino. They didn't get Dybala, but at least one Argentinian arrived at Spurs. Watford, Ismail Assar. Initially on deadline day it didn't look like this deal was going to happen, but Watford have got their man, signing Ismail Assar from Rennes. The Senegalese attacker is lightning quick and should really excite the fans of Vicarage Road. With Sarr playing alongside Gerard Deulofeu, the Hornets' attack could become even more devastating. West Ham United, Pablo Fornals. West Ham have made some daft signings in years gone by, but Pablo Fornals' arrival is littered with sense. The Spaniard is a fantastic midfielder and will add even more craft to Manuel Pellegrini's side. The Chilean is putting together a strong team, and Fornals could become a fan favourite pretty quickly at the London Stadium. And finally Wolves, Patrick Cutrone. Yet again Wolves have used their contacts expertly and signed a player they should have no right in signing. Patrick Cutrone swapped the San Siro for Molineux and will add extra depth to Wolves' attacking ranks. The Italian striker is highly rated and at just 21 has time to develop into a top bracket Premier League striker. So that's every Premier League club's best signing this summer. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.